Hey, welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid, and in these videos, we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. And if you've been watching this channel, you might notice the upgraded screen, so welcome back. We've got some exciting videos coming up, but today's video is a short one, so let's jump right in because it's been a pretty wild night to say the least. So currently the price of Bitcoin BCH is just below that $1,900 mark, and as you can see, we've seen some pretty substantial dips here with Bitcoin Cash reaching lows of around 1,700, or I should say 1,780 USD. But it is not restricted to Bitcoin Cash. As you can see, the entire cryptocurrency market scene here is seeing significant dips across the board, even up into the 20, 30, and even top 40 coins here, showing upwards of around 30% losses in the last 24 hours. Pretty significant, but as many of you who have been in the community for a long time know, January, I should say, typically tends to see these dips. We usually see talks of regulation as new governments and different countries around the world talk about what's going on in the new year in terms of new regulations with this fast-growing technology. So again, this is nothing new. If you are currently kind of new to the scene of crypto and you're maybe shocked to such drastic drops across the board nonetheless. But as you can see here, NEO is one of the few showing, or I should say still holding on to those 7-day trends because of that insane run that they've had over the last week or so. Currently sitting at around 7%, so clearly they are bouncing back as well. And you can see over the last hour, there's a lot coming back into the market. So it appears as though this could potentially be the bottom, or I should say the floor for now, and hopefully we can see these prices start roaring again as we get into the new year. But let's jump over to Bitcoin.com because speaking of regulations, there's a couple news stories, specifically France. Now they're talking about upgrading their regulations and trying to get a grip on this cryptocurrency scene. So specifically what they're doing is they're looking at digital cryptocurrencies mission. Now, the former Bank of France Deputy Governor Jean-Pierre Lando, I should say, as the new working group leader. Now, he's going to be looking towards creating these new regulations, or at least trying to figure out what to do. Now, here's a quote here. Jean-Pierre Lando's mission will be responsible for proposing guidelines on the evolution of regulations and better control development and prevent their use for, as they say, the purpose of tax evasion, money laundering, and for financial criminal activities and terrorism. And again, you've seen this across the board here from other countries, all trying to get a grip on how to regulate this new technology. And that's typically what you'll hear is it's maybe some fear-mongering a bit, saying how it could be potentially used for negative, with a little to no regard for the potential good that these technologies obviously have. So again, here you're seeing a lot of Bitcoin news coming out of France because of its high population and popularity, I should say, over in France. Basically, if you're not too familiar with it, if you're familiar with Ledger Wallet, well, that's their headquarters, the national home, La Maison de Bitcoin, or the Bitcoin House. That is actually the main Ledger Wallet headquarters. So it's pretty cool. And not only that, over in France there's a plaza called Le Cercle de Bitcoin, or the Bitcoin Boulevard. Now what that is, it's a bunch of merchants, over 25, who all accept Bitcoin, and in my opinion it will be Bitcoin Cash very soon. But the regulations don't end there. Another story out of China talking about potentially working within the People's Bank of China, as well as 4 other groups, including the Supreme People's Court, Ministry of Public Security, among others. Now what they're doing is they're all going to be teaming up as this powerhouse of 5 departments, and they're going to be looking to take on these new blockchain products, because they claim that over 3,000 they found have been complete knockoffs, so they say. But again, there's talk about potential arrests within some of these large figureheads, but nonetheless they are talking about this special campaign that the 5 departments will be putting together. But again, like we've seen all across the board here in the news, there's going to be regulation after regulation. And we will continue to see this, and it will continue probably to affect the markets, but as we know, it never lasts. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I will continue to make these videos, and there's a lot new upgrades happening for the channel, including upcoming videos, as well as some new surprises for the show. So thanks again for watching. Hope it was enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.